So we're here with Tom at the Rodec stand. Hey Tom, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you. Yourself?
Excellent, yeah, really good. Your stand looks beautiful.
Thanks, we got an upgrade from last year, so people can walk around the desk so they can see the back of it also. That's why we did it like this.
We'll have a look at that in a moment. So yeah, what have you brought to the show? Looks great.
So we've seen the MX Modular last year. It's our flagship console, analog console with 500 slots at the top, configurable fader bay, FX module, 16 channels, programmable scenes, and obviously a built-in sound card, 18 in out. But new this year is what you see here is our module called the Sherman Rodec MiniStyler. It's a remake of the original Restyler from the early 2000s, but now in a mini format, based on the original filter bank circuit also, but then made in stereo with extra modulation, FM, and 24 or 12 dBs of slope on the filter, a self-oscillating resonance, and then a stepless switch to go from low pass all the way into band pass and high pass.
Amazing.
A big drive section, makeup gain, and then a mix to go in between dry wet. So this is new, but we also have a new bay to go with these modules. So as you can see here, these modules we call them the 100 series. You can stack them together in the adapter we had here and we showed last year if you want to put them in a mixer or in any other 500 bay. But now you can also put them into our own little casing here, which features a number of slots. And then at the back we have 2 CVs, sidechain, MIDI sync, pulse sync, and also RCA inputs with a ground for a phono. And then we have balanced in and outs. So it's a great little rig that you can just tag along. We have one here with more modules in there. This one's filled up with a 108, again a MiniStyler, and then an EQ at the bottom. So this is a fully filled one.
Yeah.
And so the sound is the same, but you can get it now in a small format and portable format.
Absolutely. They look really beautiful, really nicely designed.
They're all in aluminium, hand-milled in Germany. No, not hand-milled, machine-milled in Germany, and then hand-built in Belgium.
Absolutely amazing.
We can have a track going if you want.
Sure, yeah, let's have a listen.
So let's first listen to the desk, right? So 4 things playing. We have a kick coming from the Roland R8, a snare that's flammed a bit, a clap. This is the reverb on the clap, and I have a great slap bass line here as my bass. This is all going through our M501 preamps to heat this up and to drive them a little bit into saturation. These preamps also have an EQ. I didn't EQ anything on this right now, and you can check out the video from last year if you want to hear the EQ. Now let's bring in a couple of, I have a hi-hat and a conga loop here going on, and then let's bring in the first, bring these out again, channel. This is a guitar without the MiniStyler. I will also put out the effects. So this is what it sounds like. Now let's bring in the MiniStyler. You can see that I've driven it a little bit. I made up the gain so it fits in here. Then you can hear some movement going on. Why is this? Because we have the CV input basically linked to the Hapax CV output, and so we can draw some automation here, and it will then automate the frequency here. So I can make it funky. The Hapax can do all kinds of shuffle modes in their automation. I like to set it on the hard style, not soften but hard.
Yeah.
And then you can still go into the filter here, resonance.
It's got a beautiful tone to it.
Yeah, now you can hear it almost, and add some delay to it.
Great. And what was the CV inputs and outputs you mentioned on the back?
So CV for the frequency and also CV for the type. And so the type is smooth going from low pass to high pass. And then I can basically CV what I'm doing here by hand. So I can push the filter into high pass using CV, which also is a nice movement. You cannot do it as fast with your hand as you can do it with automation.
Absolutely.
The two modulators, they can be used to modulate the frequency and the CV with the incoming sound source itself, like an envelope follower, but then envelope following on the type, but also negative following. And I will try to almost do this in the negative way, or positive pushing.
Amazing. There's a really great performative element to these mixers.
Yeah, I like synths, obviously, so I derive a lot from the synth world into these consoles, because I want the consoles to be performance consoles, and like to bring it all together, DJing, tracking, performing, and being creative. Now, let's look at this guy here. Bring in the last one. So now it's off. So this is just a synth going on. And now let's put the MiniStyler in. So again, we have another Hapax automation here, which is driving this FM. High pass.
And so this is a collaboration.
This is a collaboration. Sherman Herman designed the circuit. I told him what we want, and he made the circuit. And then this is the last prototype. Now we're both happy. Herman's a tough guy, and now we're both happy. And this one is going into production to be released this summer.
Great! It sounds lovely. Such a great lift.
You can hear it in solo here. Off you go.
Really good. Shall I take a quick look round the back?
Yes, please. Go ahead. So let's take it from left to right. On the left we have the master outputs and the monitor. Master outputs, monitor outputs. We have an insert on the master bus. And we have our aux and bus section here. So 2 stereo balanced aux sends and return. 2 stereo bus sends and return. You can see I have the actual Rodec One here linked to bus 2. So that's why I can do the extra effect on the one that doesn't have the MiniStyler in line. Then we have external out and external in. These are stereo in and outs, like a tape in for any machine. We have digital linking, so you can link up multiple consoles, and then the solos and the mutes will work in harmony. Then we have expander in. This is coming. We'll have an 8-channel expander module that you can attach for a total of 24 channels.
Wow.
Then here is the D sub 1 to 8 in, 1 to 8 direct out, 9 to 16 in, 9 to 16 direct out. Then we have CV also on the desk itself. CV for all channels. We have a sidechain on all slots, and then an extra slot CV here for the slot number 9 and 10 basically. And then if you buy our phono modules, we have RCA inputs and a ground, so you can hook up multiple turntables here too.
Oh wow.
So it's a complete setup. And then USB-C drives our 18 in-out sound card using ESS DACs and AKM ADCs.
Wow, that's great, man. That's a ton of
so this guy does 26 dBu out and in. Also all of these accept 26 dBu out and in. So really big headroom going on, thanks to a lot of hand-soldered through-hole circuits that we use in our op-amps. So because we like the transients to have breathing life, so that's why we upped the pro level output.
Excellent. And a quick look at the back of this one. What do we have here? Just to
so what you have
check.
here, so we have stereo balanced in, stereo balanced output. Now you will hear on that the music will stop. So there's a CV1 in or a pulse sync, CV2 in. There's a MIDI sync to sync MIDI clock to upcoming modules, and there's a sidechain input. Then also a ground and phono inputs if you have a turntable connected to this.
Great. That's brilliant, man. Cool. Let's nip back round the other side.
Yep.
Excellent. Well, yeah, they look and sound amazing.
Thank you.
When are they going to be available? Where can people get them
So the
from?
console is available today with most of the modules. The MiniStyler and the One will be available this summer, up for pre-order in the next weeks.
Superb. Tom, these are amazing machines. I love the way that you're approaching this as a performative tool. It's very unique.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, look forward to seeing them out there.
All right, take care, you guys. Bye-bye.